at the Gulf Western Oil Winternationals for 2019. It's the 52nd running of this historic event. It's the biggest drag race in Australia, in fact, anywhere in the world outside of the United States of America, and it's happening here at Willowbank Raceway at Ipswich in Queensland. Today we're focusing on the kings of the sport. It's Top Fuel dragsters. There is an intriguing three-way battle going on for the 400 Thunder Championship. Three drivers that have been going head-to-head all season. They'll battle out the title, but we've got a big field of other contenders that can take away the actual Winternationals. Now let's have a look at that leaderboard for 400 Thunder official merchandise. Wayne Newby on top, 366 points, just ahead of Kelly Betts. Ashley Sanford is the other one that's in contention. It will be one of those three drivers that hoist the championship trophy, and they know it.
Yeah, I'm actually praying for rain because that would get us solo in that first round. So, we need to make a run, and it'd be good for the crowd and that. Everybody's hung around. It's been a long day. Hopefully we can get out there shortly and make a good lap. I haven't felt the pressure yet this weekend, but I suppose coming in the first round, that's when you'll start to feel it. And, just got to put your race face on and do what you got to do.
Yeah, that is definitely making it a little tough, obviously, for us to just get on track. But hey, it's pressure every time, and it's the same every meeting. So we're just coming out here to do the same thing that we always do. Yeah, we need to get around ahead of Wayne, so let's just hope things roll our way. For me, it's, I tell myself, show them what you can do, and just, now's the time, Kelly, now's the time to show them. So, yes, oh my God, it was one of the most pressured situations I reckon I've been in my racing time, but it all came together. So let's hope this weekend goes the same.
Yeah, it's an interesting weekend, and like you said, I do not want anyone to have a bad weekend, but if they do, we could have an amazing weekend, and obviously I want that to happen for my team, who's been working so hard. We've gotten so close this year, so it'd be awesome to see it happen. I want it so bad! No, but it's gonna happen when it's meant to, and I've realized that, and I've been really grateful for all those runner-ups, and I just really hope we can pull it off this weekend. I have my parents and my grandparents from California and Arizona here, so 4 lucky charms. Let's do it.
Well, that was Wayne Newby, Kelly Betts and Ashley Sanford speaking last night while they were waiting for their first qualifying session. It never came. Instead, the weather closed in and we weren't able to get the Top Fuel cars onto the track for their number one shot. Here we are Saturday. So Q2 becomes Q1, Mark.
And it's interesting here, we've got Peter Shipwreck on track for the first time this season. Back racing, taking on Terry Sainty, about to come forward.
Yeah, it's great to see Terry up here with the Gulf Western Oil back car, contesting the Winternationals. Doesn't run the full season, a privateer, but it's a bit of a return to Willowbank for both of these, because Peter Shipwreck, he's been away since an accident last season.
They have been testing extensively here at Willowbank Raceway in the lead up to the Winternationals. As we see Terry Sainty backing up here, and I can see a lot of fuel out of the back of that car. That is not a good sign for the team. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to nip that up. Even if they were able to nip that up, that is a lot of fuel getting onto the racing surface. I think we might see the shutdown signal for Terry Sainty right now.
Yeah, the starter just leaned over and gave the shut off, so it will be a single pass for Peter Shipwreck. Now, we've got 7 Top Fuel cars. It's nominally an 8-car field. They're all going to qualify, but qualifying is still so important, isn't it?
It really is, as we've got Shipwreck here about to launch. He gets into a bit of tyre shake. Obviously, with 7 cars qualifying this weekend, that means we will have a solo pass in the first round of racing. A solo pass, that means you get a freebie, a free shot at the track and through to the semi-finals, which could be pretty important when you're talking about that championship battle.
So the number one spot comes with that buy run bonus. Peter Shipwreck, so won't be getting it on the strength of that one. Look, as you said, looked like very early tyre shake for that team.
Yeah, they might have underpowered the racing surface there. It was their first shot back here in the 400 Thunder Championship for the Premier Hire team. Roll through for an 8-second pass.
He's struggling to get out of here. We'll just have a quick word with him. Bit of a shake there on the line, mate. The track is tight.
Yeah, very tight. No, it left hard, but it just shook what little brains I've got, and I got off it. So yeah, look, there's a 7-car field and an 8-car line-up, so there's no point doing anything silly.
Well, we'll see you out there later.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Well, you've got another shot later on in qualifying, Peter Zipris. I'd be getting back to that trailer. Throw a bit of Panadol down here, get rid of the headache from that tyre shake. As we go into our next pass here, we've got Damien Harris for Rapisada Autosport International backing up after his burnout here. We've just seen that 8-second pass from Peter Zipris. That's not going to hold for top spot very long.
No, not too long at all. There's been a fair bit of discussion about what the track will be like here after the rain yesterday and whether it's going to have the normal sort of Saturday Winternationals traction or not. I think Peter Zipris' car, that launch, it showed that the track has a lot of teeth, so it'll be interesting to see what Santo Rapisada Jr., the crew chief on this car, driven by Damien Harris, does in this pass, whether he's just looking for some data or whether they're going to throw everything at it.
Well, I think after the pass from Zipris, I think you can get aggressive on this racetrack here. It'll be interesting to see what Harris runs.
Clean, straight, 3.778, 518 kilometres an hour, 377 with an 8. That's going to be close to the record.
That's 1,000th of a second off the national record that Damien Harris already holds. Look at the Sunoco replay here. We thought the track was good. It is absolutely brilliant. 3.778 seconds. Damien Harris, he goes to number 1 spot in qualifying. Oh, that team will be ecstatic.
There's no doubt Santo Rapisada Jr. called the right shots on this pass, Rusty.
Danny with Santo Rapisada Jr., mate. 377, that's only 1,000th off the national record, mate. Great run given the conditions.
Yeah, man, this racetrack's killer right now. It's got everything in that and more out there, so we're just happy.
And you guys are playing the roller blocker this weekend. Obviously, the other 2 team cars in contention for the championship, so you guys are just looking to swing for the fences.
Mate, we want that canopy car number 1.
Yeah, Damien's down here, 377 1,000ths off your national record. What a way to start Top Fuel.
Yeah, no, it's good to come back and run that number off the trailer after what happened with the weather yesterday. So let's hope we can stay there and work towards helping Wayne win the championship.
Yeah, well, 2 more Rapisada cars to get down the track now.
Yeah, and they'll be fast.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Damien Harris is so laid back for a guy that's just driven over 500 kilometres an hour and almost set the national record again.
Well, what that tells me, we've got one quick track here at Willowbank Raceway. We go into the next pairing. We've got Phil Reed to the left of screen, taking on Ashley Sanford to the right of screen. The first of our championship contenders here to hit the racetrack in qualifying.
Yeah, Ashley's currently 3rd. Things have to go her way, but it is still absolutely in the realm of possibility for her to launch and lift not only the Winternationals trophy, but also the 400 Thunder Top Fuel Championship trophy.
What I can tell you about Ashley Sanford this season, she's been in more finals than any other competitor this season so far. 3 finals. Unfortunately, she has not been able to convert any of those final appearances to a win. 3 runner-ups to her name, still searching for that first victory as well.
Well, Rob Cavanino is crew chiefing that car. Here is Phil Reed for Jim Reed Racing, and Bruce Reed been on the phone back and forwards to the United States, getting some tuning advice from Big Jim Oberhofer, and you know that this team are ready to absolutely challenge for the event win this weekend.
Yeah, their second half of the season in this car has been absolutely killer. They've been really consistently running into the 380 zone, lowering their PB after PB as well.
It was Sanford. She's the one that got it right. 385, almost 500k at 496 kilometres an hour. And it looks like maybe the Reeds might have just overstepped the mark a bit. There is Sanford's launch. It is delightful to a 380 for the young lady from the US.
Yeah, look at the Sunoco replay. I think Sanford actually was off the throttle early, so it wasn't a full pass. But all Phil Reed, they had a bit of shake and spin there, so he had to button that top fuel dragster off on the start line.
But for the Rapisada team, that is 2 great passes from 2 attempts.
Yeah, down here with Rob Cavagnino, crew chief for Ashley Sanford. 385. It looks like it paddled the tyre pretty early, and she got off it a little bit early, so that's a good run.
Yeah, look, it is. That's all we wanted to do for this run. I mean, wanted to get one in there, get one down there. It's always hard when you run after a 377. The pressure's on, but we run our own race, and we're here to get obviously, we want to get another run in today. We hope the weather's good to us, but no, we're happy with that.
Good luck for this afternoon, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll grab a quick word with Ashley Sanford, 385, and the boys telling me you're off it a little bit early.
I was. It was pretty shaky, and we were getting a little skatey, so I should have stayed in it, but you know what? I'm just happy we got to get it down there. We got a solid number on the board. Tomorrow's going to be amazing, and I really hope we get one more shot today, because I know we'll do better.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, all the teams know that the pressure is on every time they go to the line in the session. We've got 2 qualifying sessions scheduled today, but the forecast for later on this afternoon isn't as good as we'd like. So the teams know that this could be it. You've got to lay down a good one now.
And when you say lay down a good one now, Rob, you need to run under the national record to get that number 1 spot back off of Damien Harris. We have got Wayne Newby, the championship leader, on track. Kelly Betts, the defending 400 Thunder Top Fuel champion, second in the championship, on track beside him. 1 and 2 in the points here, taking on each other in qualifying.
Santino Raposada there calling the shots, and he is going to be very keen to see whether that team can pick up the number 1 spot and give his driver the bye run in the opening round of eliminations. Kelly Betts will be just as keen to make sure it's the Lamatinas in the Fuchs back car. This is what we live for at the Winternationals. When the championships are on the line, the contenders come together. Doesn't matter whether it's qualifying or racing, it is always the best of the best.
And he's given his driver the signal to go into stage. Let's see what happens here between the 2 championship contenders.
They both threw everything at it, but Newby was in trouble first, and then it was Betts that started to spin the tyre. She gets a 491. Noobs just rolls to an 874, and that's not what they were looking for.
This is going to be an interesting first round, and once we get this done, I think there'll be a big sigh of relief, because that means that we've got at least 1 qualifying round in the books for just about every oversubscribed field, so that's great news. One thing I wanted to talk about while I've got a little bit of quiet time down here on the start line is these chalk marks. Now, you might look at these from the grandstand and think, what is all the pretty coloured chalk marks? Well, this actually tells the tuners and the crew chiefs a lot about what these cars are doing. Obviously, the pink line that you can see here, that was actually Damien Harris's car. Now, as you can see, it leaves, it launches, it's very nice and smooth all the way out to about probably 10 metres from where the car launches. The white chalk mark, the thick one that you can see here, that was Wayne Newby. You can see it hits the deck very, very hard. It bounces, it porpoises down the racetrack. And what that's telling us is that the tyre is not happy, it's shaking the tyre, and as it gets a little bit further out, that's when it starts smoking. So you can actually learn a lot from the chalk markings on the start line up here, guys.
Yeah, Top Fuel's very shook up at the moment. Of course, the number 1 and 2 didn't get the best run, so you're down the bottom of the field.
Yeah, obviously not what we were aiming for. After Damo's 377, you know, we were going for it anyway, but probably feeling confident there. It come out, moved across to the right-hand side of the lane, and I was going to stay with it, but then, yeah, it just spun the tyre, so...
Just threw a little bit too much at it?
Who knows? We'll find out when we look at the data.
Oh, just watch what Ashley Sanford's doing. She's 385.
Yeah. See how we go.
And it will be the all-important data that tells the story, but as Kelly said, that car got out of the groove and spun the tyre.
Yeah, you can see that on the Sunoco replay there. You can see that she was to the right of the lane as she was going down, as she spoke about there, and had to button it off. It started to spin, and that was the end of the day for Kelly Betts.
And it looks like it might be the end of the day for us as well, because the rain has arrived. Starting just as a light drizzle here at Willowbank Raceway, but the radar's showing we've got massive heavy rain coming, and looks like that will be it for qualifying. Damien Harris will have the solo run in the first round of eliminations tomorrow. But the significant point is both Ashley Sanford and Kelly Betts have picked up a couple of qualifying points ahead of Wayne Newby, further closing that battle up even more. Well, the great news, Mark, is the weather forecast tomorrow is fantastic. With these track conditions, we should be in for an incredible first round of racing.
Yeah, don't go anywhere because we've got all of that action coming here right after the break.
"25 years ago, junior drag racing started here at Willowbank Raceway, and this weekend we're celebrating 25 years of juniors by presenting a very special medallion to all of the junior competitors here. And presenting that medallion this weekend is two of the most successful junior dragster exploits. That is Kelly Betts, a reigning top fuel champion in the 400 Thunder Series, and Ben Bray, who was a multi-time Australian champion in both Pro Slammer and Pro Alcohol. We caught up with them a little bit earlier to get their thoughts on just how far junior racing has come and their memories over the last 25 years of junior racing.
It teaches you everything about the sport, from winning to losing, because everyone thinks you get in the car just to win, but when there's two people in a race, there's only ever one winner. The junior days has taught me that you can lose and still have just as much fun losing as you can have winning, because the environment, your friends, and you're doing what you love. So at the end of the day, I try and encourage all the kids that there is no such thing as a loser in this world. If you try hard, you get what you want in life. So me and Kelly are pretty good examples of that.
Oh, exactly what Ben just said there before. Like, the junior drag racing time of your drag racing career is the fun time. You know, when you step up to what we're doing, it does get a little bit more serious, a little bit more professional, so you can't sort of just have fun as such. But while the kids are in this, they just need to take the opportunity to have fun with it. Don't take it seriously and be competitive, but also have fun with it. You know, if you lose, be a good loser. If you win, be a good winner. And that's the place to learn it.
What a great little piece on the junior dragsters as we get ready for round one of eliminations in Speed Flow Top Fuel here at the Winternationals. Mark, 25 years ago, you were part of that first junior dragster race. You were a competitor. Did you ever think you'd come to this?
I never thought I'd be here doing this right now, what we're doing here, talking about drag racing. And I have to back up everything that Benny and Kelly just said there. The junior dragster, it's an absolutely amazing time in a kid's life when you get a chance to do that. If you're a parent and you're thinking about getting involved with this sort of sport, I say do it, because I guarantee your kids will love it and you'll bring everyone together as a family as well.
Well, the families in the stands and on the spectator mound are looking forward to this. The battle order. Damien Harris gets the solo pass. Reed versus Newbie, Sanford and Sainty, Betts versus Zibris. Let's get it underway right now.
I think this is my matchup of round one of racing. Phil Reed going forward here to take on Wayne Newby, the current championship leader.
Well, this is absolutely crucial for Wayne Newby, because if he goes out in this round of racing, it opens up the door for not only Kelly Betts, but also his teammate Ashley Sanford. We know that Phil Reed and the Reed team have been very, very competitive over the second half of this season. Here at the Winternationals in Speed Flow Top Fuel, it is all up for grabs, and don't rule out this McDonald's back team of the Reeds.
Right now, the conditions are optimal. I would say this is even better than what we saw yesterday for Top Fuel. That national record, watch out.
This is where it comes. I mean, does Santino Rapisada try and run a 376? Or does he take it a little bit more conservative and say, I've got to get down the racetrack and not risk overpowering it? But if he does that, he's at risk of Phil Reed actually trumping him. Because this team can run.
I don't think he can be conservative against Phil Reed. I don't think he can. I think you've got to go for it. All or nothing for the team.
This is it. Title on the line for Newbie. By side across the line, the win is Newbie, 378 to a 381, nothing in it all the way, Mark. And you'd think they'd won the event. They were already celebrating because that was a pressure race.
Oh, I've got goosebumps on my arm here. That was absolutely amazing. Sunoco replay here. You've just watched the quickest side-by-side pass in Australian Top Fuel drag racing history. But more importantly, Wayne Newby keeps the championship dream alive. Phil Reed, he took it to him all the way to the finish line. 0.03 of a second separating those two dragsters across the line there.
I got to feel a little bit for Phil Reed, a personal best and he gets beaten. But Santino Raposada, he got the call right this time.
Insane race to open Top Fuel here at the Gulf Western Oil Winternationals. The two crew chiefs shake hands, Bruce Reid and Santino Raposada, and I can tell you that one meant something. Tino Raposada, mate, you guys were thrashing on that thing just to get it fired up, and look at that, 378 on the boards. This championship is well and truly still alive.
What a start to the day. We had an unexpected race pack issue, so you know when the crew chiefs go and look at that dash and they turn the knobs and look at it with a real concentrating face. Well, I had nothing just then, so it was a little bit of looking at what the motor's doing, what the pipes are doing as far as fuel coming out, and you know we're blessed that we're able to make a good run like that. My crew, my father, the rest of our teams, we're out here and we're doing a good job, and we've turned things around now from yesterday, so I'm happy with that. It's enough to win today, so I really hope we can do it for Wayne and our team.
Unofficially, that's the quickest side-by-side pass in Australian Top Fuel history. That's pretty good.
That's a pretty good run for E1. We're turning it on today, I think.
Absolutely. The championship still well and truly alive, and the pressure now on the next pair. Kelly Betts taking on Peter Gibberis.
Well, Wayne Doobie in the Sandoz car, he'll know that's a good run. He'll be waiting to hear the ET, that's for sure.
78.
Woo! You heard it. Whoa, he's happy. We heard them talk about pressure. The pressure's on now on this lady, Kelly Betts, driving for the Lamartina family and Fuchs Lubricants. She is up against the man in the Premier hire car, Peter Gibberis, on his return. There is no easy runs in Speedflow Top Fuel.
Yeah, the pressure now on Kelly Betts here, backing up. She didn't get down the track in that one-shot qualifier, but these guys have been down the racetrack here at Willowbank Raceway a lot of times. They know how to get down this racing surface. And in the lane beside her would be Peter Gibberis, and it looks like he's stopped after his burnout, just out of screen now.
I got to tell you, I was watching that car. It looked like he couldn't get reverse. And now, look, they're trying to push that thing back. Trying to push it back against the clutch. That's got to be...
Yeah, it's going to be tough for the team. That clutch will be trying to hold that car. You're going to need more blokes than that here if they want to get this thing back for Kelly Betts. And the thing is with Top Fuel Drags is they've got a small fuel tank as well, so they're only designed to pretty much do the burnout, do the pass, and then button off. There's not much fuel left in that tank, so sitting there idling, burning up that fuel, the team will be there on the start line, as well as the heat being generated in the engine as well. It's not a good thing for Top Fuel.
I got to say, the amount of heat in that clutch, you can't expect them to be able to do a representative run in that car. But we've seen stranger things happen, Mark.
We have. They're trying to get the cars ready for the run. You can see Kelly waiting patiently there, the crew guys.
It's a solo, says the crew man. He's run up, and Blaze has indicated to Kelly Betts that it is a solo pass. It looks like
there's a lot going on here on the start line.
Something's going on, and we see the crew running all over the Gibberis car. And they're saying send it.
I think I can hear the cars shutting down of Gibberis.
And a shut-off signal for Kelly Betts. Not what you want in Elimination 1 of Speedflow Top Fuel. We're hearing, we've actually had a computer malfunction and the cars have had to be shut off. Let's get down to Matt Kavanagh now while we've got a chance.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, Wayne Newby, he has heard the news that Peter Gibberis may not have got down that track, and they have rushed. They've got straight in the car. They're gone. The crew, they were so pumped. We got it all down here. It is sunny down the far end. Everyone's excited. Phil Reed run that PB. He's over the moon. Unfortunately, the blower belt come off, so it nosed over down the far end. But Newby, he's already, it's business time. He's got through the first round. Let's see how things go today in Top Fuel.
Let's have a look on the Sunoco replay from the burnout for Peter Gibberis in the Premier hire car. Everything looked right until it was time to go backwards.
Yeah, just you can see the crew guys there. Sometimes they try and push on the butterfly to try and bring the idle down on the car to try and let it engage into reverse, and it obviously wasn't happening here. And the crew guys start talking, you're like, oh, no, we've got to make a move. Let's get down here, try and push it back ourselves.
Yeah, Tim, the crew chief, in the end, he said, I don't know what's going on, but I better get out there and see. A lot of uncertainty went on with that pass.
Yeah, well, I'm still not sure what's going to happen as well, because the Top Fuel Drags, they do need a little bit of time between runs as well to complete their passes. So we'll move on to the next run here. Our solo pass in round 1 of racing, our number 1 qualifier, Damien Harris backing up 1,000th of a second off that national record in qualifying. He's seen his teammate go 3.78 seconds. I think these guys can improve on that time.
Well, I mean, 378 on the board today, elimination day, the Sunday of the Gulf West Oil Winternationals. That, well, of course, was his teammate. He's got, if he can improve by 0.002 of a second, he's got a new national record.
I think he can happen here. The conditions, as I said earlier on, are extraordinary for Top Fuel. The track has got bite, they're making plenty of horsepower.
And a solo pass has to be the best time to have a crack at it.
You swing for the fences.
.377 with a 4, 518 kilometres an hour. That is a new national record in 400 Thunder Top Fuel drag racing. And once again, picture perfect.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Sunoco replay, Rob, there. That is absolutely extraordinary from the team. 3.774 seconds. It is a new national record, just under the speed record as well. And that's 2 passes for this team this weekend that have been absolutely perfect.
Santo Raposada Jr., new national record by 0.003 of a second on a bye run. Great job, mate.
I just want to say thank you to everyone on the Raposada team, everyone that supports us. So Atlantic Oils, and we'll go another round and see what it brings.
This thing's a bracket car this weekend. It's just going down the track doing everything you're asking of it.
Just doing the best job we can.
Perfect. Always humble, these guys. Always confident. They are a sensational team, the entire Raposada organisation.
Yeah, Damien Harris is the final round of Top Fuel for this season. You made the most of it. A 77 with a 4.
Yeah, that's good. I think we're aiming for a little bit more, but that's a great way to start the day. So I'm not sure who we'll get in the next round. It might be Newbie, so it'll be an interesting run. So he's pretty quick on the tree, so he'll probably get me. So but we'll see what happens.
Tell you what, you're fast this weekend.
Yeah, no, very fast. So pace for the year, that's for sure. So thank you.
Back up to you, Rob, in the commentary box.
It is hard to make Damien Harris happy. New national record, and he's already, oh yeah, okay, could have been better.
It's never perfect for him. That's what makes the team so good as well, that they always strive to be better.
Well, here is Ashley Sanford for Raposada Autosport International and Atlantic Oils and Santos Cranes, Uplift Cranes. She's seen her teammates go 3.7, 3.7. She will be desperate to jump into that 3.7 club, I would suggest. But Terry Sainty in the Sainty 3-valve powered car up from Sydney, taking part in the Gulf West Oil Winternationals for his sponsor. And he is going to be out there doing everything he can to put a lot of pressure on this young lady from California.
And if she wants to keep that championship dream alive, she needs to get around Terry Sainty here in round 1 of racing. She has seen her teammates go through to the semi-finals. She's got Kelly Betts behind her, chomping at the bit as well to get on this racetrack. Terry Sainty in his Top Fuel drags actually ran a PB at the last round of the Nitro Thunder event. They're knocking on the door of their first 3-second pass in this All-Australian Top Fuel dragster. But Ashley Sanford from the United States of America here. Can she keep the storyline happening for the championship battle?
Well, Terry Sainty, he will be keeping her honest. There is no question about that as they both edge forward to put the front wheels in the start line beams. Oh, mark down your first upset of Top Fuel. A 4.02 at 464 kilometres an hour for Terry Sainty. As Ashley Sanford was out in front, then something's gone wrong, Mark.
Yeah, I know, but have a look at Sunoco replay of Terry Sainty wheel standing that Top Fuel dragster. You don't see Top Fuel dragsters do that very often at all, but Ashley Sanford, there was issues. That was a bit of a weird run because it got off the line really strong. It didn't look like she spun the tyres there or not. Let's look from behind here. Ashley Sanford gets out very strong to the 60-foot. What that means now is that Sanford's championship is over and it leaves us with 2 contenders.
It does, but for Terry Sainty, he marches on through to the next round. Considering you didn't get a rundown in the only qualifying session, mate, that's a big smile on your face.
Yeah, happy birthday, Mark. What do you say?
It means a lot, doesn't it? After the last 12, 18 months or so, it means a lot to this team to get a round win and to be running consistent 4-0s.
It is. We were able to do 4 rounds, do 4-second passes before Stan died. With Dwayne's help, we've got the car running consistent. It's just a shame we haven't got Stan here to help us. But thanks to Ben and Andrew from Gulf Western, Rob and Mary at Eagle Leeds, Nick, Sean and all that at Speedflow, we can't do it without their help. Just try and put on a show.
This is all for Stan. Everything this Sadie team does is all in the memory of Stan Sadie, the team patriarch who passed away only a couple of years ago.
You've done a 4.02. You didn't quite make it in the threes, but what a round, and like you say, the car was up on the back wheels.
Yeah, I knew it was up and I knew I was going to the wall a little bit, but I didn't want to lift. But at the same time, I remember thinking, if it gets any higher, I'll have to lift.
Well, you've got to be happy seeing you didn't get a run yesterday.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks very much, guys.
Well, Terry Sadie is going to the semi-finals of Speedflow Top Fuel here at the Gulf West Winternationals, and so is this lady, Kelly Betts, for Lamatina Family Racing and Fuchs. But for Ashley Sanford, it's the end of the road this season.
I tell you what, there'll be a heap of people over in the United States at the moment with all their fingers crossed, but it wasn't the day to be.
No, it wasn't. That was absolutely... Good job. Yeah, no, it was bizarre. I've never had something like that happen. I don't know what was up with my helmet or my straps, but the second I hit the throttle, my helmet went forward. I was driving one-handed at one point when I was pedaling it because I was just trying to keep my helmet up because I couldn't see anything. So it was crazy, but I still was trying to fight to get down there. I did see him pass me about half track, but I was still trying to go for it because I really wanted this win today. Had all my family here. My team's been working so hard all season, and it just sucks. Something so weird had to happen in that round, but at the same time, when you can't see, what do? I tried my best. And I'm sorry, guys, but you're amazing. Thank you to Santo, the Rapisardas. This has been an amazing experience getting to race another season with you guys. And go Wayne!
It's been fantastic to have you here this season, and we'll let you get back up to Wayne.
Kelly Betts didn't have to do this run. She was declared the winner as soon as she went into the starter's hands because there was no one beside her. But the Lamatina team were desperate for that data mark.
Yeah, they were. Look at the Sunoco replay. It was a good, strong pass, 8.49 to 60 foot, and it made a big move on her just after half track, and she rolled off the throttle to that 392, but it was all about the data for that team here in round one. Obviously, you can try and get lane choice to the semi-finals, and most importantly, Rusty, she gets the win.
Yeah, she did. Phil Lamatina is pretty happy with that. I mean, it's a round win. It's probably a bit of a weird way to do it after being shut off, but it is what it is.
Yeah, look, it's unfortunate part of racing, and emotions are pretty high, and I suppose we don't make the right decisions, or we do make the right decisions. It's just how it is. Yeah, to come back out and have that opportunity just to do a bit of a run after the win, I suppose. We got Terry Sandy next round. What can I say about them Rapisarda boys? Mate, they are one tough customers.
It's going to be an interesting one, isn't it? Because the way the trees worked out, you guys can't race Wayne Newby until the final round. It could be a high-stakes game in that final, but we've got to get there first, don't we?
Well, I'm Junior's new best friend. So we'll see what happens. But Junior, they know they're tough competitors, and I know that they'll race each other, and the better man will win.
Absolutely, mate. Best of luck.
Kelly Betts, unfortunately, Ashley Sanford is out, which is good for you. You get to go through, but Wayne Newby's still in the running.
Yeah, I mean, look, championship-wise, I guess you say there's one down, but I don't want to look at it like that. It's great having Ashley here, and she's a good thing for the fuel category. So, look, we got that one. Unfortunate for Pete. They had to pull out. We had a bit of a funny situation there. But anyway, we got the win. We're going through, and we're going to try and take this championship.
Well, track conditions changed today, so you got a lot better data on the car. You're confident going into round number 2?
Yeah, I think we'll go pretty good here. So we'll get some good data off that one. It was moving around a lot on me there. But yeah, who knows how the first little hiccup affected the car.
Thanks, mate.
It's an amazing semi-final collection coming up at the Gulf Western Oil Winternationals in Speedflow Top Fuel. Teammates Damien Harris and Wayne Newby go head-to-head. There will be no team orders. Terry Sadie, he's already been a giant killer once. Can he take out Kelly Betts and decide the championship from the spoiler position? And will we see more national records? The conditions here at Ipswich for the Winternationals, absolutely fantastic. Make sure you stay with us after the break. massive crowd here at Willowbank Raceway at Ipswich in Queensland for the Gulf Western Oil Winternationals, the 52nd running of this great event, and we are heading into the semi-finals of Speed Flow Top Fuel Eliminator. The championship still on the line. Kelly Betts for Lamartina Family Top Fuel Racing, the Carrot Kings. And in beside her, Terry Sainty for Gulf Western Oil and Speed Flow.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Terry Sainty's lane there. He hasn't actually fired that dragster up just yet. You can see the crew sort of just...
they pulled the starter off that car. Does not look good for Terry Sainty. That would be tragic after fighting his way through to the semi, Mark.
It will be, but Kelly Betts will keep her championship dreams alive here. And for the second time in 2 years, she will go through to the final of Top Fuel here at the Winternationals.
She now is guaranteed of the win points because Terry Sainty is not taking part in the race. So even at this early stage, before she even goes to the start line, Kelly Betts is guaranteed the win points from this round. But we've talked about the round-by-round points. We talked about qualifying points, but there's also 5 bonus points for lower laps time, which at the moment Damien Harris has, and 5 points for high speed, which at the moment Damien Harris has. Wouldn't they be handy in her chase of Wayne Newby?
Well, she needs to run quicker than 3.774 seconds to get those bonus points. A solo pass here in the semi-finals. No pressure on the team.
That one was down the middle. A lot of smoke after the finish line, but a strong 387, 491 kilometres an hour. Makes me think, Mark, off it a little bit early.
Yeah, I reckon the Sunoco replay here. Look to the right of screen. I think she dropped some cylinders just going down the track. You can see the fuel, raw fuel coming out of the pipe. So it's a drop cylinder, so it's robbing the car of about 1,000 horsepower. It's lost spark in that cylinder there. And that's why you see the raw fuel pumping out across the finish line. So that would have robbed the car of a bit of ET there because it was really strong to half track for the team. But a 387 on the boards there, going through to the final and keeping that championship hope alive.
Yeah, Kelly Betts, you're going straight into the final, into the very important race that's coming up next.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Terry there. That was a bit unfortunate. A solo, obviously, that's an easy way to get there. But look, judging by what I felt, I'm not sure if it was turning the tyre a little bit there at the start. It felt like it was a little bit slow sort of at the start there, but I'm not sure. We need to have a look at the data and just see. You said around an 87, so let's go on to the final, see the result of this race coming up, and fingers crossed we can take this championship out.
Well, Kelly Betts is going to the final of Speed Flow Top Fuel. She will face Damien Harris or this man, Wayne Newby, in the canopy car.
By my calculations, Rob, Wayne Newby has to win this round of racing because if he doesn't, I think Kelly will get the championship. So the pressure is back on this canopy car here of Wayne Newby as he backs up from the burnout.
You can bet that Kelly Betts will be in the braking area, keeping a very close eye on this race. There are no team orders in the Rapisada team, so you can guarantee that Santo Rapisada Jr. and his driver Damien Harris are not going to lay down for Wayne Newby. I think they're going to swing for the fences, as you say, and they will be chasing a new national record. This is one where they can hop it up. If it goes, it sticks, it's there. And if it doesn't, well, their teammate goes to the final and clinches the championship.
Well, you want to know how there were no team orders here? Damien Harris had lane choice. He's pushed Wayne Newby out of the lane that he ran his PB in round 1 over to the other side of the racetrack.
Yeah, there's the indicator.
Yeah, Damien Harris, currently the new national record holder. You break it down in round 1. Newby went 3.78 seconds. Harris went 3.77 seconds. Nothing between these two cars at all.
Can we see a 376? It will be Newby into the final, a 386, only 449 kilometres an hour, so that thing quit early. But you saw Damien Harris, that overpowered the racetrack for my money, Mark.
Yeah, the Sunoco replay here. We're on board with Damien Harris, the national record holder. overpowered the track. They were aggressive. They went after it. Wayne Newby streaks away. Newby was similar to Kelly Betts in her pass, so it looked like he dropped some cylinders just after half track as well. He's 100th quicker than Kelly Betts in the final and will have lane choice.
Look at the tyre smoke from Damien Harris's side of the screen. It blazed him like another burnout. But Santino Rapisada and Wayne Newby heading for the final.
One thing you have to give to the Rapisada Autosport International team is that they race heads up every single time. Damien Harris took that left lane over the day. That's probably been the better lane. Santino Rapisada, though, you beat him. You're in the final, and it's on the line for the championship.
We had a really hard car there. My brother's extremely talented, and he's been running extremely good at the Winters the past few years, and it's just it's breathtaking to go ahead and beat him. So we better go and honour that and win the finals. Hopefully, we'll hopefully got data from that run, and we'll work off that.
Look, after yesterday, we looked at the qualifying sheet. We said that the fairy tale would be you guys racing off against the Lamatinas in the final round for the championship. That's exactly the way it's played out. How do you go about it? Can you be conservative when you're racing those guys?
No, there's not going to be any conservative. You got to throw it at the wall, and you got to make it stick. So we'll be throwing everything at it.
Good job, mate. Matt Kavanagh's down the top end of the racetrack. He's having fun with our drivers.
Oh, the Rapisada boys are down here. Damien Harris's crew throwing everything in that run. Didn't pull off. Wayne Newby, though, you are going through to the final and the championship. It's all on the line now.
Yeah, that's probably the best way it could be. You know, we had to race heads up in the final. So the thing quit before the finish line there through the belt. So we'll have to have a look at what's happened and hopefully we can just go one more time in the final.
I'll tell you what, for all the Top Fuel fans, we cannot wait.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Can't wait.
We have got a massive final coming up in Speed Flow Top Fuel at the Gulf Western Oil Winternationals. They fought their way through, and it is the number 1 against the number 2 in the championship. That will decide who takes away the 400 Thunder Gold Christmas tree. The stage is set at the Gulf Western Oil Winternationals for the final of Top Fuel coming up very, very shortly. The crowd hanging on. The events run into the evening as the Top Fuel team suit up. Kelly Betts and Wayne Newby just walked past her there with a nice little good luck signal mark.
Yeah, that's good to see. Here we are. We've got the road to the final, both our competitors, and how they made it through to this championship round.
Wayne Newby, of course, he came out in round 1 up against Phil Reed.
It was the quickest side-by-side pass we'd seen in Top Fuel drag racing here in Australia. Newby getting the win, running a 378 over Phil Reed's 381, and they were over the moon.
It's that first run of the day where you feel all of the pressure. Into the semi-finals, the pressure had built because Damien Harris was Wayne Newby's opponent.
And this time around, Damien Harris, our new national record holder, threw too much of the racetrack, overpowered it, handing Wayne Newby the win there, running a 386. He also had dropped cylinders, so it wasn't a perfect pass for that team either.
Now, Kelly Betts, she had an unusual road to the final of Speedflow Top Fuel in the Carrot Kings Lamatina car. She was scheduled to run this man, Peter Shiberis, in the Premier Hire Top Fuel car, but he had a clutch problem. They had to push it back to the start line. Then it was just all wrong. Kelly got the bye.
She had the solo pass. They wanted the data here. Goes through and runs a 392, which put her into the semi-finals.
There she was supposed to run up against this man, Terry Sainty, but unfortunately when the car fired up, it was really mixing up the cylinders and they shut it down straight away, leaving Kelly Betts to run solo again.
Yeah, Kelly Betts on that solo pass, no pressure for the team here. They dropped a little cylinder just down track and ran through for a 387, setting up the final matchup and where we'll find out who will be crowned Top Fuel champion here at the Gulf Western Oil Winternationals.
Here it comes, the final, Speedflow Top Fuel. Kelly Betts is running in the Speedflow lane and Wayne Newby with lane choice has elected to run the Rocket Industries side of the racetrack, the right-hand lane. That's interesting, Mark.
It is interesting, and that's the lane that he got put into in the semi-finals when he didn't have lane choice with Damien Harris. Earlier to that, all the teams were taking the lane that Kelly Betts is in, so it sort of flipped here in the final.
Obviously, they saw something in their data from the semi that said we can do a good run in that right-hand lane, the rocket side of the racetrack. This is not only for the Gulf Western Oil Winternationals, not only for the Speedflow Top Fuel Trophy, but it's also for the championship. The Louis Rapisada Memorial Trophy is at stake. The Mickey Atherwood Trophy is at stake. The winner of this race is going to collect the lot, the 400 Thunder Championship Trophy as well. They'll need a trailer of its own to take it all home, and it's come down to the last race of the season. Aaron Hambridge just waiting for that final little adjustment. Santino Rapisada walks back. It's all up to the drivers now. They're on and off the throttles. The track maybe it got a little cold, or have they overstepped the mark with trying to run into the 370s? But what we do know, it was Kelly Betts that went up in smoke first. Wayne Newby got out. I thought he was on a good run. Then he was up in smoke. That's when you get nervous as a driver, Mark.
Yeah, look at the Sunoco replay here. Kelly Betts' car, as soon as she launched, it went up in tyre spin. That is what's called being aggressive in your tune-up. That was instantaneous for the team. She tried to pedal this car. She tried to recover it, but it was to no avail. Wayne Newby is the 400 Thunder Top Fuel champion, but look at the drive job from Kelly Betts. 4 or 5 times she was on the throttle. She was not going to give that up without fighting every bit of that 1,000-foot racetrack. And Wayne Newby, he got sideways close to the centre line. If he'd touched a wheel on that yellow line, it would have handed the win back. There was drama going there from start to finish.
Mate, I've had to get the muscles out to get in here and get Santino Rapisada. Mate, yeah, that's the championship. Congratulations.
It's just an honour to stand here right now and obviously collect the win like that. And Wayne Newby deserves nothing less than what's just happened here. Obviously, a better run would be nice. But I can't say thank you enough to Wayne Newby. My driver is the best. He helps out. He is the backbone of my car, my team. And I just can't say enough thank you to Wayne. So as well as this, Atlantic Oil, our great supporter, and Uplift Cranes. This is a great achievement to get for Dad, and he deserves nothing less.
Wayne Newby, you're the 2018-2019 Top Fuel champion, and it's all come down to the final race. You've got it won.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was good for the crowd. Good for everybody, good for the sport. I don't know what happened to Kelly, but we had a pretty ugly run as well. I had a good look at the centre line there and trying to steer it off, but real happy. Can't thank Sano, 2 boys, the whole Rapisada family and my team. Thanks, guys.
Tell you what, neither one of you was going to give up on that run.
No, you had to do it to win, so whatever you had to do to get down there.
Yeah, look, I tried. Obviously hit the throttle and boom, she went up in tyre smoke. So I just tried to get it settled so it was straight again, give it a couple of little blips and get back on it, but it just didn't want to hook back up. I saw Wayne starting to struggle and I'm like, I could come back at him here. It just didn't want to hook back up, so I gave it my best.
Can't wait to see you out next season.
Yeah, hopefully.
What a dramatic ending to the Top Fuel Championship in 400 Thunder Professional Drag Racing. Wayne Newby, 470, he takes it out from Kelly Betts. Ashley Sanford gave it everything. Phil Reed came on so strong at the end of the year. And what about Damien Harris, rewarded for all their hard work with a new national record? Wow. We're just getting over this season and we're already looking forward to 2019-2020. It's all going to kick off at the Atlantic Oil's East Coast Thunder at Sydney Dragway on November 1st and 2nd. And we're going to run right through the rounds, through to wrap it all up at the grand final again, right here at Willowbank Raceway at the 53rd running of the Gulf Western Oil Winternationals. Top Fuel has been absolutely astounding at this event. Wayne Newby, what a winner, what a fantastic result. We've got more great action coming up from the Gulf Western Oil Winternationals. Next time it is going to be all of the excitement of a huge field of contenders in RDW excavator parts.